Hi everybody, so in this video I'm going to show you how to spawn in the new DayZ Halloween goats, the devil goats with the red eyes that you see here. So first off, what we're going to do is we're just going to go and have a look, hopefully, at one of these, just so you can see what they look like when they do spawn in. Here we go, here's one here. Look at this fella. Dear me, he makes some awful noises, and when you shoot him, he disappears in a puff of red. So very cool thing to add to your server. So in the description below this video you will find a link to my video about how to kind of install the whole thing, like to get all the different events working, like the spooky mist. But lots of people were saying, well, wait a minute, that's all very good, but we've got modified XML files. How do we add the individual elements? So I'm going to do a series of videos where I'm doing just that. Now, in order to add the goat with the red eyes, the devil's goat, let's call him, what you want to do is you'll want to go over to Behemoth Interactive's official DayZ Central Economy GitHub repository, and you want to hit the code button, and you'll want to download the zip. And this is basically the vanilla update 1.22 file, so all of them. So it's a good thing to have anyway when it comes to modding. If you find that too difficult to do, because maybe you're doing this on your mobile phone or a tablet, or you haven't got enough space, in the description below this video I will put the class names for the goats as well, so you can get around sort of doing that bit. But it's worth doing. So you download the zip, you extract it on your local computer, and you should end up with something like, here we go, like this. So within this file you'll have the Christmas files, you'll have the ordinary Chernarus and Enoch, which is Livonia mission files, you know, your events.xml and all that sort of stuff. And also you've got the Halloween ones as well, which is ones we're interested in, Halloween Chernarus Plus and Halloween Enoch. And if you go into these, the files that we're interested in that we're going to be using are the types.xml, so open that up into your favorite text editor, and the events.xml, these ones. And what you'll notice in the types.xml, we have the animal caprihurcus spooky, which is the spooky goat. And probably in your vanilla files, yeah, it's not there. So we need to add the goat entry, the goat class name, to our types.xml. Now it's going to have a nominal of 0. It's not like it's going to spawn in like that. And also within our events.xml, so when you open up the Halloween version of that, you'll notice that it has an extra line, where it has a line, animal caprihurcus spooky, whereas your vanilla one, or your modified one, doesn't have that in. So we're going to add those two things to our server. Now, if you're a little bit rusty about this and you're thinking, well, where do I get my types.xml? Where do I get my events.xml? It's dead easy. Just go to your GitHub repository. Sorry, just go to your website where your servers are. In this case, we're looking at Nitrado. Go to the web interface. There we go. Go to your file browser that you can see here. Go into the missions folder. If it's a PC one, you'll have to dig down and get to the missions folder. It'd be PS missions for PlayStation, XB missions for Xbox, and just missions for PC. Go into the missions folder, so Chernarus Plus is Chernarus, Enoch is Livonia. If you go into here, and then when you go into the DB directory, this is where they are. So this is where you've got your events.xml and your types.xml, and you can open these up in the web, and you can edit them from here. It's good to make a backup first, and it's always best really to download them and edit them locally. But you can do it like this, and you can remember you can do a Control F. And then you could have a search for goat, couldn't you? So if we had a search for goat there we go. So it's found animal goat. So that's the event we're interested in. So taking a step backwards again. So let's go back to our types.xml. So as you can see, we have this types.xml entry that we need to copy from the Halloween file and then into our types.xml. Now here, I've downloaded this to my local computer so that I can edit it. And I'm just going to put it at the top. I know it's probably the wrong thing to do. Ignore all this crocodile stuff. That's because I've been messing around with the server. So we would save that, re-upload that to our server, or save it on our server and then restart. And then with our events, we don't really have to do anything else. What we can do is we can just copy this one, the line that says Animal Caprihurcus Spooky, and then in our vanilla events we can just paste it over the top, for example, of that one. Like that. Or I tell you what we could do, so more of them spawn in, if we just copied the class name like that and then pasted that over the class name of that one, we will get a few more spawning in. And they kind of spawn in as a, doing it this way, they spawn in as a little herd of goats, would you call that? So there tends to be like a spooky goat and a couple of normal goats, which is interesting. And obviously you could mess around with this. You could create your own custom event for the spooky goat, so maybe he only spawned in at the spooky castles or something like that. But there we go. Once you've done that, just save, re-upload, restart your server, and you'll have the spooky goat spawning in with the normal goats all around your server for your Halloween event, or just going forward, because they're quite a bit of fun, aren't they? Anyway, that's enough from me. Hopefully you found this video useful. If you have, hit like. If you want to see more of the same, press subscribe, and of course I'll see you again soon.